surprise that Bhagavan beautifully says is that surprise of the death that is going to happen any minute for any of us, but we still think that we are going to be here forever and keep planning and planning and planning. What is forever, we don't believe in that as our reality. Constantly we are deluded by what we see. Bhagavan beautifully says, if we raise ourselves to the higher consciousness that Bhagavan is manifesting through all of us again and again, and align to what Bhagavan's words with simple integrity and simple obedience, we will raise to see the higher reality, how Bhagavan is manifesting all these leelas and simply manifesting all our realities, instead getting distracted with all these incompletions and confusions that we are going through. Beautifully, Bhagavan is blessing us again and again to be at his safe zone, where he has built for each one of us to live and radiate the oneness of Paramashiva. Death is eaten by him. Only people who are deluded and thinking this is going to exist forever and they are going to be here forever, the delusion is what is constantly, when we are born, the timer is set and he is eaten by none. Those who understand that we are consciousness, I am Paramashiva, manifesting as Parashakti, continuously holding the inner space as inner reality, as a higher cognition than the outer world, what we are running against. The outer world, how much ever you run, it is going to beat us up to back to where we are. Outer world is a constant happening. Bhagavan says, if the outer world is delusion, you're running in the delusion, then it is predetermined. You have started your own mess. But if you decide to be as a seeker, as one who looks inside, simply you will start understanding the higher reality and it's free-willed. So beautifully, he is giving us the higher consciousness. Bhagavan is beautifully saying, there's a beautiful story of a Zen master where he one day came and started crying, and he's sitting in front of 10,000 disciples, Bhagavan says, and he cries, and the disciple asks, why are you crying? And he beautifully says, I saw myself as a butterfly in the dream. He said, the disciple said, why would anybody cry for a butterfly? But he said very beautifully, Bhagavan explains, I don't know whether the butterfly is dreaming about a master sitting here or I am dreaming about the butterfly. I do not know. And there is a beautiful Zen story also where the Zen master dresses it in a different way to go to sleep every day. And everybody asks why you're dressing up different, so that I recognize myself when I come back from the dream, that who I am. The beautiful space that these masters are to again and again tell us that consciousness, that how we exist as a Paramashiva space and not as this body. We keep on getting also feeling that we are the only body, we are the only mind. But Bhagavan says, living in that, just 5% of ourself in the body and 5% in our mind, we are only getting into more chaos and more confusion. If we raise ourselves to what Bhagavan is giving us as an ultimate solution and blessing for us to raise ourselves into Paramashiva space, the beautiful oneness space that you can manifest any reality, Bhagavan is raising each one of us, and when we align it, it becomes so easy and so beautiful and so auspicious for us to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Now let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamas, Alvars, manifesting all the powers. Here, the Vindhya mountains once started growing so much that the sun could not go around it. And Agastya was called, and Agastya simply told, till I come back, do not change or do not move or do not do anything. And Vindhya simply listened to his master in simple integrity and simple obedience and dropped the arrogance and simply stayed, and simply he did not grow after that. And Agastya was able to stop the mountain which was growing. The power of the Siddhas was able to manifest anything as reality. Agastya was able to just drink the water of the ocean. He was able to stop the mountain from growing. that clearly tells us that how free will we are and how beyond the free will that we are to manifest our reality. The Brahman, the consciousness, the Paramashiva, Parashakti in each one of us is what Bhagavan is awakening us to the higher reality so that our life becomes auspiciousness and we don't have to suffer through all these pandemic that we have to go through. Bhagavan beautifully narrates in the Atma Pramana.
Presence that radiates, the presence, see, wherever, the presence that functions, that presence that radiates, the presence that lives through. Understand? The presence you carry is Kalpataru. The presence you create in you, the space you create in you is Kalpataru. Sometimes I wonder, when I just look around, the banks of Ganga and banks of Kaveri and banks of New York River. Sometimes I wonder, in the banks of Ganga, banks of Yamuna, Kaveri, Narmada, and the foothills of Arunachala, Himalayas, everywhere, in so many places, all over the world. How the same science is so useful to every human being from every background. Whether it's a Western teenage boy having a problem with his girlfriend in New Zealand, or an American teenage girl having problem with a smoking pot addiction in California, or village youth addicted to country arak in Aminjikarai, or middle-aged man addicted to violence and aggression in the remote corners of Madurai, anybody having any problem anywhere in the world, how can this one science be a solution? Because it is solving. I am seeing. For example, today, the Kalpatar Darshan for the people in the Pattanam Ashram, one of the remote village in Tamil Nadu, and the woman Sivagangai in the Middle East. Oman and Pattanam. People from completely different background. But both of them are going to do the same process. And the process works for both of them. Works for both the group. Few days before we had a Kalpataru for a group in Singapore and group in Mexico. And for both the team, every participant in both the group feels precisely it is for them and it is working for them. How? How is it possible? Sometimes I wonder, how is it possible? Understand, sometimes I wonder how the same science is working For a person who has a problem in Guadalupe to Kanchipuram, Phoenix to Piranmalai, whether you are a tired, retired, old lady, almost waiting to die or about to die, or a young, energetic, excited man who is waiting to enter into life, you carry that consciousness. You are embodiment of that consciousness. You carry that Advaitic experience. You carry that universal energy. You carry that Brahmanda. Please understand, losing the memory of the experience does not take away the truth from you, because you forgot your oneness with the ultimate. Don't think the oneness has been taken away from you. Because you forgot, you are led to live in that forgetfulness, the state you created. Because you dream in the night, don't think the bed on which you are sleeping is taken away from you. In the night, while you are dreaming, you may be dreaming as if you are being chased in the forest by a tiger. You are running. Don't think just because you are dreaming that you are running in a forest, that the bed on which you are sleeping has been taken away. No. Because you wanted to have the dream, you are allowed to have the dream, but the truth remains as truth, even while you are dreaming. Same way, Suddhadvaita Satya, the pure oneness of the consciousness, the pure non-dual oneness of the consciousness remains as a truth, whether you are an old village lady waiting to die in a remote corner of the world, or a young, energetic man excited to enter into the life. Whoever you may be, whatever may be your caste, creed, gender, state, nationality, background, education, your inner space is capable of creating what you want.
Shakshi Pramana.
Beautifully, Bhagavan has given us how we can create our reality. This is possible, it is scientific, and we have so many evidences of it happening. Now we can see the Shakshi Pramana of an object, how the increasing in the object size has happened. And also we would like to show you how the Balasans are simply manifesting the reality of increasing the weight of the object, which he has never done and he's not experienced at all, completely just through the power of third eye, is able to lift a huge weight just by chanting the Mahavakya.
You can see Srinivasa Maharaj is getting into the position. As you can see, Srinivasa Maharaj has lifted.
I don't mean to be a stickler for form and all this, but when it comes to training, form is everything. You're going to get much more power if you have like exact form. And I can say his form was not correct, but it didn't matter. That's what's shocking, is that you were able to somehow muster the strength without having the correct base.
And Srinivasa Maharaj is just 54 kgs and he has lifted over 115 kgs just like that without any effort.
Such a beautiful space. You can see that simply without training, you can manifest all the reality. And all that is possible for anyone if we are in the oneness space with Paramashiva. All that we need to recognize, the conscious space, we are also the body, we are also the mind, but we are all, the main source of who we are is the Paramashiva space in us, Parashakti, happening continuously in us and manifesting our life. When we recognize the Parashakti space in us, simply our life is aligned to the higher reality. And now we can start with the guidelines for manifesting the powers of Ashtama Siddhi, increasing the height of an object. If you have the Jnananjan in your Kantamala, you can apply in your third eye and your temples, a 3-point that Bhagavan has said. And please turn on the video camera. If you can record all these great moments and share it with the world, it's the ultimate gift for yourself and the world. And if you can make sure the object, you can have big object or small object. If it is small object, you can trace it and see the height. If it is a huge object, you can mark it on a wall or on a paper, where you can measure it after the Mahavakya for the increasing the height of the object. Whenever you're measuring, make sure you're measuring twice so that the measurement is authentic. All the power manifestation, make it as authentic as possible. With the mind, we know to play to any extreme, even a hand trick, even the magics that we can do. But consciousness for us to experience, you just have to understand that only authenticity can make it more and more deeper and manifest as a higher reality. This is a higher consciousness. It's completely different from what you have. The mind can even understand. So simply let it be so authentic and do it very carefully so that it is a manifestation. Do not accept any of the error that happens, because if you're more authentic, you'll understand simply that the manifestation can happen in your life also without any logic, but just as Paramashiva, Parashakti manifesting as yourself. You are Paramashiva, you are Parashakti, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. And here, make sure if you're experiencing the Kundalini energy, or if you're experiencing only a small difference in the height, it's perfectly okay. You've started manifesting. If you have 5 to 10 unit increase in the height, then beautiful, you have manifested the power. So all of us are manifesting continuously. All we need to do is recognize that we are manifesting. Where is that? Bhagavan is showing us the prasada, the manifestation, the auspicious space that we can experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Let's go to the instruction for manifesting the power of Ashtama Siddhi. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bhagavan beautifully says, when your spine is straight, the third eye starts awakening. The Kundalini Shakti raises to the higher reality. Bring the Paramashiva space Parashakti into your third eye. Again and again, bringing the remembrance of Paramashiva in your third eye will give you the ultimate oneness space, and unclutch from anything that you know as the outer world. The state of Paramashiva and the space of Paramashiva, once you are doing it once, completion again and again, you experience the space of Paramashiva, but you are able to be in that space itself consistently. You experience the state of Paramashiva. Unclutching is the state of Paramashiva of who you are, and doing the Tyaga, the ultimate, experiencing the being of Paramashiva, Kailasa of Paramashiva, where you decide that is the only space of my reality. When you declare that you are Paramashiva, that is the Tyaga that Bhagavan is saying as simple integrity and simple obedience for us to manifest the powers after each of these revelations and initiation, which will manifest in each one of us as our reality, as Parashakti in each of us. And Shaktipada, experiencing the oneness of Parashakti, her gesture, her boon, her overflowing compassion, and her holding us and manifesting our reality in spite of what we are doing, and continuously guiding us with a micromanaging each and every one, and giving us the solution where we are stuck and how we can expand into more consciousness. Such a compassionate space of Devi, manifesting continuously. Hold that Shaktipada and chant the Mahavakya loudly and intensely, listening to the Mahavakya till it becomes the Ajapa Ajapa in your throat, so that you can manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Now let's entangle with Bhagavan in the quantum space and start manifesting the Paramashiva's power of Paramashiva as Ashtama Siddhi, increasing the height. And at the end of the cycle, we can measure it and record it and share it with the world. So please go ahead, start your cameras recording, start chanting and entangle with Bhagwan in the oneness space, chanting the Mahavakya. Whatever as a prasada, let her manifest, Parashakti, manifest through you as your reality. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful for the first cycle. Whatever increase you have seen, take a picture of it. And if you've done a video recording, excellent. And whatever we have manifested, always surrender to Bhagwan's lotus feet and ask Bhagwan to manifest that as your reality. The Ashtama Siddhi powers simply increases your abundance in you and clears all that which is stuck. Like how Bhagwan says, whether it is enmity or a loan or some incompletion should be never left even a little bit. It will simply become a fire, and how the fire catches and simply becomes destroying the whole place. Same thing, that all these should not be left at all and completed, because if little is left out, it always destroys. And simply by clearing all this, the abundance simply flow through all of us. That is why Bhagavan says, when you take the Haritaki, not only it increases the oxygen by 300%, but also clears the parasites and microbes in your gut and simply make you manifest wealth. Whoever uses the Haritaki to brush their teeth, Bhagavan says, that will clear your all the loans and all the incompletion and simply bring you abundance. All these are connected. If you see from the higher consciousness how we can manifest abundance just by manifesting these small things, which shifts in us will also shift in our life as our powerful cognitions when we are making huge decisions, or we are looking for a new job, new relationship, new auspiciousness that needs to happen in our life. All these powers are not just small things that Bhagavan is asking us to do every single day. It's not a work, it is a cognition shift, removing our blocks in our inner space so that we can manifest the auspiciousness. Even in all these things which are happening in our life, he again and again insists on power manifestation so that we are out of our delusion and we raise as the superconscious being, so that we are out of the critical situations that we are pulling ourselves constantly into. These are small things which we can shift into the higher reality. The medicine, the tablets are very small, but it can take care of so many things. We believe the science. Now Bhagavan is giving us the ultimate science. Let's believe in that, the higher reality, who we are and how we exist, so that we are not eaten by the death, but eaten by the Paramashiva space. Simply swallowed, Bhagavan says, Arunagiri Yogeshwara just simply followed me, and simply I am just the authenticity possess me, and I experience only as Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Other than him, I don't know who I am. And it is the most beautiful, auspicious space to enjoy that ultimate oneness. It is so beautiful that you love so many of the gods and goddesses and Paramashiva. But once you know you are his favorite, what would you experience? That is what happens when power manifestation. You understand you are his favorite and manifesting all this reality. Then only the manifestation, Shakti Pada, completes the loop and manifests as powers. Understand each one of us is ultimately his own and his own favorite to manifest these powers. And he manifests through all of us as his own reality, as Parashakti. So let's have one more cycle, completely clear whatever you have done so far. Have a new sheet of paper, mark the height of the object either by the drawing the border or measuring it on the wall, and clearly take a picture of that so that you can share with the world all these great truth that happens to us when we share and contribute. Simply our inner space expands. So take a picture of it. If you can video record the whole thing, that is so beautiful. Let's sit straight and remember Paramashiva again and again in your third eye. Bhagavan says, remember that which that remembers you again and again will liberate you. And we again and again go to the inner space instead of the outer world, at least for a few minutes during the power manifestation, brings so much of auspiciousness and abundance in our life. So let's sit straight, visualize Paramashiva in a third eye, and chant the Mahavakya, simply seeing the manifestation happening. So let's start chanting the Mahavakya few minutes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Now you can share your experience in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. All that we are asking you to do is take a couple of minutes and share how you have experienced the power manifestation and the powerful cognition, Bhagwan's blessing as Parashakti for each one of us, and then making us manifest the powers, literally giving the prasada and making us eat it, and also taking care of us to manifest it, the ultimate compassion of Parashakti. So surrender all that you have manifested as powers and powerful cognition to Bhagwan's lotus feet, and in deep gratitude share your gratitude too in the social media and tag it to your friends and family so that they can also experience the powerful cognition and power manifestation. Bhagavan says extreme power manifestation is extreme causing, and causing others' reality is your extreme causing your reality. If somebody is not listening to you, that means some part of you are not listening. Then only there is somebody occurring in the outer world who's not listening to you. Otherwise, you are reflecting in this world. Whatever you say have to manifest as your reality. So something in us to get cleared, Bhagwan has given a beautiful method to cause others' reality and contribute in others' life. When we do that, 8 billion people are suffering so much now, and especially now, sharing all these becomes a great blessing for so many of them. So don't forget to share in tinyurl.com/power manifestation, which is Kailash Kotiar Manifesting Power Group. Anybody can share your experience and simply manifested all their realities. So with that, you can have also the $sign clicked for offering any of the gratitude that you would like to do as a donation. Whatever you offer is not for anybody else other than you to expand your Kailasha in your inner space. Again and again, when we offer, we are getting something so big, manifesting all these powers. Even a coin that you can offer becomes a big gratitude space that you have manifested your reality. And Bhagavan beautifully says gratitude is the shortest way to experience the powerful cognition, power manifestation as your reality. So with the deep gratitude, you can click on the $sign and offer your gratitude to Bhagavan's lotus feet. All this, thanking so much Bhagwan for manifesting all this reality, and thanking each one of you to manifest all these powers. With the deep gratitude, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, each and every one of you. Wait for more surprises, more Bhagavan's darshan, diksha, initiation, and Parashakti's Arulvak. So don't miss to share in your social media platform or tinyurl.com/manifestation. See you again after the next program, next satsang, next Arulvak, and for manifesting power session. Thank you, Nityanandam.